It's called Celtic Moo!
Hello everyone, welcome back to Open Arms Reactions. My name is Casper Fox, this is Mortius, and today we're back with Legally Blonde.
In the real world, for Casper and for patrons, we are finishing up Act 1 today. For those of you folks on YouTube, we will be checking out Ireland Reprise, and Serious Reprise, and you will see us wrap up Act 1 next week. But we are going to do it all in one kind of recording session, partially because I wanted to get through Act 1 before we went on our trip, which, as of time of recording, is next week when we're going to be meeting in person for the first time. Pat, show the pictures! Oh my gosh, it was such a fun time! Probably, I assume. I can't imagine it's not gonna be, but technically I haven't gone yet, so I can't say it with absolute confidence, but we know it's gonna be a blast. Regardless, you know what else is a blast? Legally Blonde the musical. It's been a couple days since we started Act 1 and went through this show together. Do you have any thoughts you have had since our last recording session?
No, I've been listening to Blood in the Water a lot.
Have you really?
Yes, I have. It's such a good song. He's great. And then because I have been really trying, because I've been listening to the soundtrack in general, really trying to see if I could recognize anyone, because you told me that there is someone here from a musical that I know. Mm-hmm. And I like the musicals that I know, you can count on one hand. Epic, Has Been, Hamilton, Hadestown, which is not even like complete yet, right? So it's one of those four.
I will confirm it's one of those, but yes, there is a character in this show who is, there is an actor in this show who is from one of those properties, but it's a very, very different role, so I'm not expecting you to pick up on it. If you do, I will be very, very impressed. And I was planning on just telling you at the end of Act 1 anyway, so again, for you YouTube people, you'll have to wait for next week for the reveal, unless he manages to pull it out of a hat in this episode.
Yeah.
Do you have a prediction?
Yeah. I mean, I think I know which musical it's from, right? So let's give or take. I know pretty much every cast member in Epic the Musical, and I did not recognize any of them, or they weren't alive when this was recorded.
Fair.
Or they weren't like there. That's number one. Number two, Hamilton, I would definitely know or see because I've had so much visual in like having them on stage and whatnot. Hadestown seems unlikely with the style, but you said it's something very different, right? So I am torn between Hadestown and Haspin, but I'm gonna do my role, and I'm gonna say it's someone from Haspin Hotel. Do not confirm it though.
No, I'm not going to. But all right, we'll see if you pick up on it. But like I said, that is not probably going to be in this episode. This episode, we get to hop into Ireland. So that's a song title that really tells you absolutely nothing. I'm really curious to see what you think of this song, because this is one of, in my opinion, the sort of sleeper songs. Like, it's not the best, but I feel like it's better than most people, like, give it credit for, just because it's sandwiched in between some really, really good songs. You know what I mean? Like, we had Blood in the Water right before it, and then we've got the Act 1 finale not too long after it, you know, the big showstopper. So, all of that to say, I am really excited to continue going through this with you, and if you guys want to see episodes like this early, consider joining us over on Patreon, because we often record super far in advance, partially because of things like trips and things like that were going on, but also just because honestly, Casper does better when there's not long gaps between recording, because his brain likes to forget things sometimes. So, most likely by the time this is out, we are far into Act 2, quite possibly even done with the show by the time this actually hits YouTube. So consider joining us over on there, and there's probably going to be more information in the pinned comment about how far we are on Patreon. But I think that's enough of an intro. Let's hop into Legally Blonde, Ireland 2, Serious Reprise. Pew.
Hey there! Hey there! Welcome to the hair affair! Oh, you're with Paulette, so you're in good hands here. I'm like Allstate, but for hair.
Make me a brunette.
A what? A brunette? Oh, honey, you can't change this. You're a genetic lotto win. Okay, something else is going on here. Now, back up. Paulette is listening. Spill.
Okay.
So we didn't really talk about, I know it's been a bit. So yeah, the last song ended with that. It's time for me to go brunette to kind of be taken serious there. And I love how Paulette is instantly just like, no, there's something wrong here. You would not be doing this for no reason. Let's talk.
Yeah.
I adore Paulette with all of my heart.
Legally
Hey,
brunette.
I'm Elle Woods, and I came all the way out for Harvard Law School.
That's a good school.
I know, right? Anyway, I did it all to follow my one true love, Warner. But now he's dating an evil preppy.
So, what she have that you don't got? 3 boobs?
She's serious.
Seriously, does she have 3 boobs?
No, she's a constipated polo shirt with a mousy brown bob. Apparently, that's what Warner wants. So you have to make me a brunette.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Now, do you know the #1 reason behind all bad hair decisions? Love. You're lost without your love. Your heart is on the floor. Well, I can help you. I've been there before. When I need to relax, I just put on some tracks from this CD I bought for the store. Isn't that relaxing? It's called Celtic Moo!
I love her so much. She's, isn't that relaxing? It's called Celtic Moods!
Jump scare.
Oh yeah, 100%. But yeah, I love the way that she's kind of just like, no, like, let's, like, you're lost without your love. I can help you. I've been there before. Like, the way she just comes in as this, like, older supporting presence. I love Paulette so much. So much with all my heart.
When I'm lonely or feeling dejected, I play this, and it never fails. I pretend like I'm in Ireland with Enya and the whales.
The whale sound.
Telephone gets disconnected, or I spend every night alone. I pretend like I'm in Ireland where the Irish bagpipes drone. Smell the grass as the rainstorm is ending. People smile while I stroll past their farms with a red-headed sailor named Brendan, and we dance without moving our arms.
Oh.
In a bar once I met this guy, Dewey, and he bought me like 14 beers. And he told me that he was from Ireland, so I lived with him 10 years. If I squinted, he looked like my sailor through my boozy, delusional fog. But he dumped me for some slut named Kayla, took my trailer and took my dog. In Ireland, I know how to love you. You embrace in the misty Irish breeze.
I know, right?
And if
Holy
your
shit, man.
Irish boy tires of you, you're allowed to shoot him in the knees.
Jesus.
Paulette
God.
is the most ride or die. I love her.
Bro. This is a gorgeous song, like,
Isn't it?
like actually, like instrumental wise as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
With these and it seemed to alternate between 3/4 and 4/4 every now and then, which I think is really well. Don't quote me on that. There's definitely 3/4 for the majority of this song here, which is really nice. It's a nice change. Like I love, because something I've talked about before is when a song is in 3/4, it's usually portraying some sort of like strong emotion or something like that. An example could be "Burn" from Hamilton.
Yes.
And here's kind of the same, but in a different like presentation almost, because she's talking about she's talking about love, which is a very passionate thing to
Yes.
express to someone, right? So which I think it really, really fits musically, right? She has a gorgeous voice, very nice vibrato control.
Right?
Vibrato control. Holy shit.
Yes, no, she's fantastic, and I just love like her kind of pouring all of this out onto Elle. Like, no, I've been there before. Let me tell you all these things, and the fact that the background music you're talking about, like these beautiful instrumentals, are like semi-diegetic. Like she's saying this over these beautiful instrumentals that she uses to sort of like daydream,
Yeah.
which is a really cool touch.
It really sounds like if you listen to like folk songs, Irish folk
Yes.
songs or some, because for example you have people like Ed Sheeran who will incorporate like Irish folk music into more modern stuff, like Galway Girl, for example.
Yes.
And you have like these violins that are very dominant in music like that, right? Which is a carrying element for both her like CD here, but also for the song itself, right? It's
Yes.
really really nicely put together, this track here.
Yes, I'm so glad you think so. Like I said, I think this is one of the underrated ones for me.
Say, you look like that poster for Ireland. Long blonde hair and that sweet sunny face. Oh no, wait, that's the poster for Sweden. Oh, screw it, I'll never see either place. But a girl sweet as you has a future. You have hope as each new day dawns. Girls like you always get to see Ireland. Give my love to the leprechaun.
I know, right?
Wow.
So that's Paulette and Ireland.
Oh, that's gorgeous! My God, not expecting. And even though like give my like with the leprechauns, it's like
Kind of a silly line,
stereotype,
but
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, but still, the way it's delivered is so pretty. And we have back to, do you remember this string instrument that came up when the dress was shown, when the breakup was happening?
You know
and-
what? I've
yeah.
never noticed it before, but I actually almost paused and pointed it
hear
out.
it?
You've given, there was
Yeah.
that kind of
Exactly,
vibe.
this tremolo here, yeah, which is, again is when she was talking about that she's always gonna be the one to see Ireland, or like whatever is supposed to happen is gonna happen. I don't remember what the line was,
Yeah.
but you know which part I'm talking about, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
yes.
interesting. Yeah, I like that. And is this so? I see a conductor, so this is also there is a pit here with
Yes.
people playing this. Yeah, because I can't spot. It might just be because it's maybe a lower quality recording that we're used to for some of these pro shots, but I don't really see a microphone anywhere. If it's on their chin, then I don't see it. If it's somewhere else, I'm curious as to how that works, like audio engineering wise, you know?
Good question. It might be like stage mics. Sometimes you're able to function on those, or it might just be really well hidden. Because here's the thing: there's directional mics that work
Yeah.
really well and are specifically designed to like be directionally like upward. They will actually often, which would totally make sense for these two characters. I don't know how they do it for someone like, Callahan or Warner, but for these two characters who we imagine either have a lot of like, I almost said spray paint, a lot of hairspray, or even like a wig, oftentimes they will hide mics in wigs, and those will actually pick up better than people would expect them to.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, because I haven't done much theater at all. Like we did, like I had one in high school, but we called it like theater concert. So
Yeah.
the play was separate to the music in a
Yes.
sense, right? But we just had like the mics here. There
Yeah.
was nothing.
No, when I was in school, we occasionally had wig mics. They were lower quality, so you couldn't completely hide them in the wig. But instead of it being like taped across here, you could kind of
Yeah.
just see like a little bit of plastic poking out from underneath the wig, kind of like right here. And it worked pretty decently well. And also we had a smaller auditorium, so most of us would just project to the back anyway, and that would just be kind of like filler, kind of like just adding a little bit of depth to it. But so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's wig mics, or it might be stage mics, or they might just be really good at belting, because this doesn't seem like a massive auditorium either for this
mean, well,
MTV Pro Shot.
Yeah, but there's like upper floors. I would assume that somehow, especially
Fair.
with the audio quality we're getting, there's probably some sort of microphone.
No,
But
you're
I
right.
put like with the way these songs are sung though, it wouldn't surprise me if they were able to do this micless.
Yeah,
with the
for real.
The only one would be Blood in the Water, which is like lower tempered. He would have to sing it like very opera like or something
No,
like that.
that's a
but
good point. Cool. Well, we've got a little bit of conversation as always. Depending on how much we have to react to, we might cut some pieces or we might just keep it going. But we've got a little bit of conversation and then Ireland part 2, kind of like what we were talking about. So let's see where Paulette and Elle go here.
It's just times like this where I miss my dog Rufus the most. Look, it's our annual glamour shot with little sailors.
Beyond adorable. No woman should be denied her dog.
Tell me something I don't know.
So, I'll bring the lobster pot stickers.
Oh, perfect. And I have a case of Chardonnay.
Yum.
Oh, now that's a party. Oh, there's a party?
A party with like lobster and Chardonnay. They're so preppy. Imagine hosting a college party with lobster and Chardonnay. That would feel pretentious for a party I was going to, and I am a 28-year-old adult man who actually throws like boring adult parties, and I would still find that vaguely pretentious. A college party? With, oh, I've got my Chardonnay and my lobster. Now that's a party.
Hello, Vivian.
Hello, Elle.
Yeah, just a few of us are getting together next Friday night.
Oh, hey, Elle. Maybe that guy you like will be there. You should go.
Definitely come. It's a costume party.
I love costume parties.
Of course you
It's
do.
not a costume
okay,
party.
next Friday at 8, 243 Mass Ave. See you there.
Thanks, Vivian.
Oh, hey, Elle. You are so gonna borrow my secret weapon costume I got in storage. Listen, all we need to do is dust off the mothballs. Oh, but wait till you see it. Now, you go. You go and you do this, honey. Because if a girl like you can't win back her guy, then there is no hope for the rest of us.
Oh, Paulette, thank you for talking me off the ledge. You have no idea how much I needed this.
Oh, well then go, Elle. You go and you fight for her. The Irish fear nothing and no one. They keep fighting till everyone's dead. I'm not sure where this metaphor's going. I just felt like it had to be said. There's a guy at that party who loves you. Something most of us only dream of. You go out there and you get some Ireland. The country of whiskey and love.
Wow, holy shit.
And now Ireland is properly done. Like I said, I mentioned this in sort of the Patreon interlude that's not going to make it to YouTube, but my kind of hot take is those easily could have just been the same song with that middle piece cut out for the cast recording. But yeah, that is Ireland and Ireland Reprise.
Wow, dude. Because I also realized this is 6/8, not 3/4. It's almost the same, but similar to No Longer You. Dude, she got pipes.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it's crazy. I also noticed she has Rufus on her shirt, like on her t-shirt. Yeah, that's very funny. Okay, I do not think that's a costume party. I think they're trying to humiliate her so that they.
Are you saying that they would lie?
Oh yeah.
Oh
They're
my
lawyers.
gosh. Dang. Dang, you're so not wrong, but geez. All right, well, yeah, so I just, like I said, I love that song so much. Paulette's such a great and underrated character, and kind of just continues the idea, like, one of the central themes of this show, which is women supporting women, is what we kind of talked about before. And here we have this character who's very different from either the Harvard ones that aren't really supporting her, but also not all that similar to like her sorority sisters. But it still comes down to like that women supporting women kind of vibe.
Yeah. And we did, because we did talk about that. We talked about the first impression I got for the musical when they were in this sorority. This Greek house, whatever.
Sorority,
this, What was it called again? Was it the Delta?
Delta Nu.
Delta Nu, yeah. Because
Which I actually learned from our Patreon comments, is I was saying I didn't know if that was a real sorority or not. It actually is. So this is a shout out to a real sorority.
Thank you, Morgan. Whose name? I don't know who said that. But yeah, I was going. Yeah, so the thing, because you've seen a lot of like, there's a lot of negativity when it comes to like this jealousy, envy thing is a huge part in a lot of communities, not just for women but for men. When something successful for someone happens, there's always those like backhanded like comments. You can visibly see if someone isn't happy for you or isn't genuinely happy for you. Yeah, and but it was not the vibe I got from them in the sorority at all. So this women supporting women, as you say, is then further pushed, like this agenda is further pushed with Paulette. P-A-U-L-I-E? Paulette, gotcha. Okay.
P-A-U-L-E-T-T-E. Paulette.
Yeah, Paulette. Oh, she's great. And actually, don't spoil that. I hope we get to see her again, because I think she might be my King George.
She's fantastic. Well, regardless, let's find out if we see her, because we've still got a little bit left in this episode with a little bit of dialogue and then serious reprise. Let's check it out.
We all needed a break from law school anxiety and worrying about Callahan's internship.
You can say that again. Well, you two enjoy yourselves.
See, it is a costume party. They're all dressed up as douchebags.
Yeah. I mean, but dude, look at him. Look at him, bro. He's styling on them. That's fire.
Fair.
He looks great. But yeah, okay. So is this gonna be like I think I saw in another movie something like this, but I
watch this be where Casper realizes he's actually seen Legally Blonde the movie and forgotten till now, which would be entirely in character for him.
I would 1000% remember. No, I wouldn't. I'm gonna have to ask. I'm gonna have to ask my parents.
That'd be so funny if you saw this as a kid. Now you're like, I swear I've seen this scene in a movie before, and it's just this movie.
Oh, Mingle.
Okay.
Mingle. Ugh.
Mingle.
The
Junior
rich people
Whitney's
laugh.
father is next in line to be Speaker of the House.
So you said.
I'm gonna go track down Robert Coleman and convince him that he must join our study group. Apparently, his summer home is 3 houses down from Justice Souter.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a beer, right?
From who?
I have no idea.
Hey, check out Miss October.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Not only is it not a costume party, but Paulette's secret weapon was maybe the worst case scenario for this situation. I don't think I've ever seen Casper get this much secondhand embarrassment and anxiety in any of our reactions. I have never seen him cringe this much.
Oh no! And she's like full on Playboy as well with the
full
ears
on.
and everything. Oh,
Full on. Well, that's why they made like the Miss October joke, as in like the October issue of Playboy, like that kind of thing. What? What?
No, it's just
That's a joke.
You seem to know a lot about Playboy there, Mortius. Oh no, it's just
I know how magazines work. Literally, any magazine would have a like monthly cover.
What?
I'm gonna fight you.
I've never read a magazine in my life, bro. Ever. I have my phone. I don't read magazines.
I'm pressing play.
Hey, stranger.
Oh, man, what's with the costume?
Can a girl shake things up?
Yeah, but how come you couldn't wear this when we were going out?
God, he's the
Because
worst.
I guess you never asked.
Which now
Real.
ranks as the greatest regret of my life. No, I still can't get over the fact that you're here at Harvard. I mean, back at UCLA, never would have guessed it. Sometimes I miss the old days. Those parties senior year, I thought we ruled the world.
You funneled all that beer. I held your head when you hurled.
We were like gods back then, walking among common men. Tell me, why can't it be that way again?
Dreams don't just disappear. We could keep on dreaming them here.
What?
Like senior year, but funner. You've got your future all planned.
Yes, I do.
What if I'm standing there too?
Wait, I'm not following you.
I'm here 'cause I understand.
Not sure I am You look real serious.
Al, you're looking fluffy, as usual.
Oh, hello, Vivian. Thanks for the great tip on the costume party. I see you came as last year's sample sale.
Ooh. But yeah, so before there's a little bit more we're gonna cover in this episode, but yeah, that's a fun little line there.
Yeah.
But yeah, her still trying to kind of get back through it. He's like, no, what? I'm not sure I follow.
Yeah, there are many ways. Okay, so so again, not because we already broke down Sirius.
Yeah.
Couple
So there's
episodes
not
ago,
too
so
much
not
instrumentally.
new. No, just the just like the cut off again. I was listening for that that tremolo on top. Yeah, but I don't think I heard it this
Yeah.
time around. So because and that's also kind of what made me realize that it sounded like that he was talking about, oh, I missed the old time, I want to get back together, but because that tremolo wasn't there, I was like, it's not gonna happen, because if a major change was about to happen, we would hear it, right? So I was listening, kind of like the
Fascinating.
danger motif, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
I like
so something I'm interested. This is where you're a bit better analysis wise than me. So antagonist wise, right? I kind of don't really see Warner as one. I definitely see what's her name?
Vivian.
I see Vivian way more as an antagonist than Warner at the moment. Because even though it's kind of a dick move, what Warner kind of made it all
Yeah.
the way he broke up with her might have not been but in the end he didn't necessarily do anything wrong. He has free will to break up,
yeah.
It's not, but whereas she is actively going out of her way to hurt Elle with, for example, tricking her with the costume parties and degrading her in the classroom and stuff like that,
Okay.
So I want to hear, what do you think did you see Warner, so far? I know you know the entire music. Do you
Yeah.
see Warner as an antagonist so far?
Here's the thing. Because this isn't a story with a typical hero's journey or
Yeah.
anything like that, this isn't a fantasy story where there has to be a villain, to me,
No.
the antagonist of Act 1 is Harvard. Vivian,
Oh.
Callahan, and Warner are all different manifestations of the expectation and overwhelmingness that is Harvard. Every person, all three people you could consider an antagonist at this point, represent a different facet of Harvard. I think in Act 1, that is Elle's antagonist, is
Okay.
Harvard Law. She overcame that antagonist in What You Want, and now she's continuing to have to face that adversary.
Interesting. That's a very good point. Yeah, I like that. So okay, well then I'm interesting to see, because you say in Act 1, that makes me to believe that Act 2 that might be different. But we'll see.
We'll
Don't
see.
spoilers.
Look, Pooh Bear, Elle, you have to ace his course to get that internship, and he's not called C- Callahan for nothing.
Warner, I am completely cognizant of both of those facts.
You're not gonna make it through the semester, let alone get Callahan's internship. Even if you keep going and going and going. Face it, Bunny. One of these things is not like the other. Someday we'll nominate Supreme Court justices and you'll tan. Run home, Elle, and change out of your skank costume.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ, man.
Is that what you see, Vivian? How unfortunate. Because I'm Gloria Steinem, circa 1963, researching for her feminist manifesto, I was a Playboy bunny. Are you actually calling Gloria Steinem a skank?
Who's calling Gloria Steinem a skank?
She is!
Smart.
So that way she kind of turns it
Genius.
around there is sick. I love that so much.
Yeah. Dude, and she's so smart.
Oh yeah. She's so
Yeah.
good at turning the situations around. Honestly,
Oh, yeah.
that's the first scene where she really shows not only is she more smart than you would expect, but she has the ability to almost turn things around in kind of a lawyerly way. That kind of
Yeah.
oh yeah, this, that, and the other. It's oh really? That's your interpretation? Well, counter argument is very courtroom lawyerly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's,
Cool.
Yeah, dude, and she, yeah.
This was the only one where this is part of why I wanted to make sure these were in the same IRL recording sessions, because this was the only one that I feel like didn't have a super good like stopping point, because this is actually our stopping point. The next one we're doing is going to, or as soon as we press play again, it leads into the next song. So even though I know it's kind of an awkward place for you YouTube folk, it is going to create the best experience for Casper, and luckily you only have to wait a week, or you have to wait no time at all if you join Patreon. Patreon.com/openarmsreactions. Consider checking it out. Casper, before we get into the last episode of Act 1, do you have any final thoughts to share with the audience?
No, so one thing that I like to talk about a lot is because that Legally Blonde is a show that is one of those things where you're kind of forgetting you're watching a play. And I really love when theater does that. And so far that's been the case with Hamilton and with now Legally Blonde, right? Something that the actress for... I forgot her name again. The evil girl
Vivian.
with the brown hair. Vivian. The actress for Vivian does such a good job because she's an actress. Like, that's not her. She's portraying someone, but I hate her. So it's great. Like, she's doing so well at making me, hate. Because I saw back in the day when the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was released, there was so much hate towards the new Captain America in that series, and it actually affected the actor's personal life. Like, he was portraying him so well that people actually got super pissed at him in real life, forgetting he was an actor, right?
Yeah, and which is one of my biggest pet peeves, by the way. If any of you have ever wanted to send a hate comment to an actor for a character they played, you're stupid. And I will say that flat out. Normally,
Literally,
I read things with nuance, but no, you're an idiot, and that there's no justification for that. Like, I will never forgive the internet for what they did to, like, Skylar or Joffrey or any of those actors.
For sure.
But continue.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great so far. So she's one of the people that I really appreciate. And speaking of people that I appreciate, over here we have a ton of names scrolling on the screen. Those are our Patreons for Open Arms Reactions. They make videos like this possible. If you want to join our growing community, get perks such as unedited content, early access, and exclusive Discord community, even merch to some tiers, you can actually join our Patreon, Open Arms Reactions. It is in the first link in the description. It should be pretty easy to find. And I'm feeling some kind of disturbance in the Force, which I think is a Star Wars reference. Mortius, do you feel that? Do you feel that? Just tell them about the boxes, man.
In just a moment, you're going to see a box show up here that is a video recommended especially for you from our channel. And if you watch it for at least a minute, that tells the YouTube algorithm that our videos have value and that they should be pushed to other people, which in turn leads back to our own success and allows us to keep doing this. So if you've got a little bit of time, consider watching at least 1 minute or as much as you have time for, and that really, really makes a difference. Otherwise, make sure you're liking the video and subscribing, and we will see you next week for the finale. As always, greet the world with open arms, and we will see you next time.
Goodbye.